This animation is a test for an algorithm that decides which hammers play which notes. This video covers how the algorithm works, some problems, and some possible solutions. Let's think about how the algorithm should work. We know which note each hammer played last and at what time, and we are trying to choose one of them to play the next note. Let's first define what a good choice is. We don't want the hammer to move too far or else it may look like a blur, and we want to have enough time since when the hammer last hit or else it may look too jarring. Then we can define a reward function which tells us how good a hammer is for hitting this particular note. We can then compute the reward for each hammer and choose the one with the highest. This is a depth 1 search because we are only considering the possibilities one step away. If we apply this algorithm, it looks like this. It works mostly, but we can see some bad choices. For example, this stick goes to help the lower notes, requiring this stick to fly across to compensate for it. This is expected because a depth 1 search only searches the next note, and it doesn't know what's happening after that. We can improve the results by doing a deeper search. This means that for each choice, we consider what happens after it as well, and we take that into account. Then we can add up the rewards from each sub-choice and compare them to find the best initial choice. This is similar to how a chess playing engine works. One limitation is the amount of time it takes to run the algorithm, which increases exponentially. This final animation was run at depth 4, and it took 30 seconds to compute. If we look at the results, they are a bit better, but we can still see some jumping. This is because, even with the increased depth, the algorithm can't see far enough to make good choices for long-term decisions. To solve this, we need to improve the speed of the algorithm so it can search a deeper depth. We can do this by making the algorithm smarter, such as not searching possibilities that are bad. This may be implemented in a future release. One more thing that was adjusted in the final animation was the reward function. The final reward function used hyperbolic tangent. This is because we want to penalize small move times which result in high velocities, but we don't want to reward long move times which result in not much action happening. The move distance scales the graph in and out, which controls how much is an acceptable time to move. As always, all animation programs are free and open source software on GitHub. Now let's look at the final animation. The audio and MIDI were exported from MusicScore.